Have you ever met someone who seems empathetic but manipulative at the same time? This paradoxical melding of traits may seem confusing, but it's not as rare as you might think. Welcome to our deep dive into the mysterious and complex world of dark empaths. This term might sound like something out of a fantasy novel, but it's a concept rooted in the complex tapestry of human psychology. Dark empaths are individuals who possess an intriguing blend of characteristics. They're empathetic, yes, but they're also master manipulators. These are not your run-of-the-mill villains, twirling their moustaches and cackling as they plot world domination. No, dark empaths are far more subtle and potentially far more dangerous. They are individuals who have a keen understanding of the emotional landscape of others. They can sense feelings, resonate with them, and offer comfort or support. But here's the twist. They use this knowledge not for the good of others, but for their own personal gain. Think of them as emotional chameleons, changing colors to blend in, to influence, to manipulate. They are the ones who make you feel seen and understood, only to use your vulnerabilities against you when you least expect it. They are the friends who lift you up one moment, only to subtly put you down the next. They are the leaders who inspire, all while pulling the strings behind the scenes. Now, it's essential to stress that the concept of dark empaths is a controversial one. It straddles the line between empathy and narcissism, between understanding and manipulation, and it's a balancing act that can be hard to pin down. Much more research is needed to fully understand and define this complex personality type. But one thing is clear: dark empaths are fascinating, and understanding them can shed light on some of the most perplexing human behaviors. So what makes a person a dark empath? Let's find out. The first trait of a dark empath is high openness. This trait is characterized by a deep-seated curiosity and a thirst for new experiences. Dark empaths are not afraid to venture into the unknown and embrace the unfamiliar. They are like explorers of the mind, constantly seeking out fresh perspectives and novel ideas. This openness allows them to understand and adapt to a wide range of situations, adding to their ability to manipulate. Alongside their high openness, dark empaths also possess strong social skills. They are masters of social navigation, able to read a room and respond accordingly. They can blend into any social situation, making them appear charming and approachable. Their ability to understand and mirror emotions makes them excellent conversationalists, often leaving a lasting impression. However, it's important to remember that this charm can be deceiving. Behind the friendly facade often lies a more sinister intent, but there's more to these individuals than meets the eye. Beneath their charm and curiosity, dark empaths often display narcissism and neuroticism. This intriguing blend of empathy and manipulation is tinged with a heightened sense of self-importance. Dark empaths, although capable of understanding others' emotions, tend to prioritize their own feelings and interests, often to the detriment of those around them. This self-centeredness is a hallmark of their narcissistic tendencies. Moreover, dark empaths are frequently prone to bouts of anxiety and emotional instability, a characteristic of neuroticism. Their emotional landscape is vast and volatile, making them unpredictable and at times challenging to interact with. This unpredictability, coupled with their empathetic abilities, can create an environment of uncertainty and unease for those in their sphere. Narcissism and neuroticism, two traits that often stir unease, are integral to the dark empath's personality. The combination of these traits with their empathetic abilities creates a complex and potentially harmful dynamic. These traits can make them difficult to deal with, but there's still more. A dark empath's desire for power and ability to manipulate emotions sets them apart. It's not just about control for them, but more about influence. Unlike the stereotypical power-hungry individual who craves absolute control, dark empaths lean towards participatory leadership. They lead in a way that makes you feel like you're part of a team, all the while subtly steering the direction of your actions and decisions. This is where their emotional manipulation comes into play. Dark empaths are experts at understanding others' feelings and using this knowledge for their own advantage. They don't just empathize with your emotions, they wield them like a weapon, subtly manipulating you to align with their desires and objectives. Imagine this scenario. You're discussing a project with a dark empath. They seem genuinely interested in your ideas, they understand your concerns, and they validate your feelings. It feels like a real connection, right? But then, you realize that the conversation has subtly shifted. You're now talking about their ideas, their concerns. They've used your own emotions and thoughts to steer the conversation towards their agenda. This is the power of a dark empath. They employ their understanding of your emotional landscape not to support you, but to manipulate you. They are like emotional chameleons, changing their colors to match your own, all the while advancing their personal agenda. This ability to manipulate emotions is not just a tool for them, it's an art. They use it to create a sense of camaraderie and shared purpose, making you feel as though you're working towards a common goal, but in reality, you're dancing to their tune. The danger here is that this manipulation is often so subtle, so nuanced, that it's hard to recognize until it's too late. You might feel like you're making your own decisions, but in reality, you're being softly guided by the dark empath. These traits make them potentially dangerous, but there's one more to discuss. The final trait of a dark empath is their use of guilt-tripping and malicious humor. These individuals, with their uncanny ability to understand and tap into others' emotions, can skillfully manipulate feelings of guilt to control and influence. They can turn an innocent situation into one where you feel indebted, responsible, or simply in the wrong. It's a powerful tool in their arsenal, and they wield it with precision. Now, let's talk about their humor. It's not the light-hearted, uplifting kind. No, the humor of a dark empath is often laced with malice, designed to belittle others while enhancing their own sense of superiority. They might disguise it as teasing or harmless fun, but the intent is clear: to maintain control and assert dominance. In the hands of a dark empath, even laughter can become a weapon. These traits combined make dark empaths a fascinating and potentially dangerous personality type. So what does all this mean? Well, let's take a moment to summarize what we've learned about dark empaths. These intriguing individuals are a blend of empathy and manipulation, making them a force to be reckoned with in any social setting. They are characterized by 7 key traits that make them both fascinating and potentially dangerous. Firstly, dark empaths possess high openness and strong social skills. This enables them to connect with others easily, drawing people into their sphere of influence. Yet, beneath this charm, often lies a narcissistic and neurotic personality. They may be prone to anxiety and display a self-centered nature that is focused on their own needs and desires. What's more, dark empaths can be surprisingly talented and motivated leaders. Their desire for power isn't about absolute control, but rather a preference for participatory leadership. They're adept at guiding others towards their vision, often without those around them realizing their manipulative tactics. And then there's their ultimate weapon: emotional manipulation. Dark empaths have a knack for using empathy strategically to achieve their personal goals. They're masters of guilt-tripping others, and aren't above using malicious humor to assert their superiority. But here's where it gets tricky. Because of their empathetic qualities, dark empaths can sometimes be misinterpreted as good characters, especially in fiction. This misinterpretation can make them even more potent, as they can wield their influence without suspicion. However, it's important to remember that the concept of dark empaths is still controversial and requires further research. While they may be harmful, they can also be effective leaders due to their combination of empathy and assertiveness. In wrapping up, understanding dark empaths can help us navigate complex social situations and protect ourselves from potential harm. It's a fascinating exploration of the complexities of human behavior, a reminder that not everything is as it seems. In the end, knowledge truly is power. Understanding the intricacies of the dark empath will equip us better in our interactions, ensuring that we're not swayed by their manipulative tactics. Remember, knowledge is power.